Yeah, Schoolies was your first time. Have you heard about or seen the Schoolies Harinams before?
No, it's the first time.
But like before you came, have you seen like videos or heard about it?
I mean, I saw videos online, and
Yeah.
I was desperate to come for like a few years. And finally, I came this year,
Yeah.
and I knew it was like crazy and intense.
You kind of knew the intensity of it.
Yeah, because you can see the videos. It's like loads of these school kids just going like full on.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So what was so intense about it? You could say.
I think that the school kids, they were really into it, and they wanted to give like everything to it. Other people, you kind of have to bring them in and make them chant a little bit, like but they were just like, they were just firing into it, and they were going like more powerful than us, and we were just chanting and chanting, and even though it was only 3 hours and like normal Harinam was like that long, it was just so intense because there was so many schoolies coming in and out and keep going, and yeah.
It's 4 hours.
Oh, 4 hours.
Have you had Harinam like that before? Like previously? Like in Melbourne or somewhere else?
I haven't. I mean, I wasn't expecting it. I just brought normal Harinam shoes, and by the second day, my feet were full of blisters. They're all blisters. I've never worn runners to Harinam before, but I had to buy a pair here because I wouldn't survive.
Yeah. You pretty much out of high school straight. And like you're supposed to do Schoolies, some sort of like, high school crazy thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure your friends did it.
Yeah.
And then like you're coming as like a Hare Krishna. You're not gonna drink. You're not gonna do anything foolish. You're even married. No, you came with your husband. So who comes to Schoolies with their husband when they finish high school, So I was just saying, like your perspective. Like you finish high school, you're in a normal school, and then you're seeing, what you most likely your friends are doing, but you're doing something else.
Yeah.
So, does it make you feel out of place? Does it make you feel like you're in the right place? Where does it put you?
It's an interesting question. I don't feel out of place at all. Actually, I feel very happy to be where I am, because when you're in this position of like being really ecstatic and seeing this high perspective, and you see that side, I feel very grateful that I'm not in that position, and that people might say, oh, you're so young, why did you do this, why did you do that? But I'm happy. I feel like I'm happier than most other people, and it's nice for me to see both sides as well. Yeah, and I want to bring other people my age as well into this sort of stuff, because I know it's better than because even I've done that sort of stuff in high school, right? I know what it's like. Yeah.
What makes what you're doing better than what they're doing? What's the difference, and how's your quality better?
I feel like I have a higher perspective of view to life, that has something to look forward to, and that I feel more grounded, because I feel like when you're at that age as well, you're kind of like, you don't know what you're doing, you want to do this, you want to do that, but I'm just like, I know what I'm doing, I know what I have to do, and I'm content in it, whereas they are not. Yeah.
And I guess, did it encourage you when you saw them join in so much, and point your own conviction of Krishna consciousness?
Definitely, because I could see they were just like off the wall, like trying to get something from there, trying to get something from there, but they're never complete inside, and this is what makes someone complete.
Was there some incidents that stood out for you being out there doing Harinam with the Schoolies? That you could remember, or something that gave you a feeling inside? You're like, wow, this is something I'm going to hold on to.
I mean, the instance, I guess when they kind of sang by themselves, there were happened a few times, right, where we didn't have to say anything, and they would just keep singing and singing and singing, and I would just think like, wow, Krishna is so amazing, because this won't normally happen, right? And you can see that Krishna is acting in their heart and bringing them in and bringing them in, and I know that in their life that they will look more into this, like I mean, say they will try to go deeper in this, because they've got that taste, right? Krishna has given him such an amazing opening into Krishna consciousness. Like, wow, this is what Krishna consciousness and spirituality can be like.
Why?
I'm alright. Actually not good because I've lost my voice.
Why did you lose your voice?
Yeah, it's,
Where did it go?
I think it went with the schoolies.
Your voice
They
away.
took my voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess how long have you been doing Harinam for?
I think past maybe 2 years.
2 years.
2 years. But this is something like this is beyond anything. It's schoolies. Harinam we do in Melbourne is Harinam, but here it's too intense. Like,
Too intense.
So what makes it so intense? What's so intense about it?
it's when in Harinam when people come together, like a lot of people come together, and when they chant the holy name together, then that moment, the feeling that you get that moment, you cannot get that anywhere. And even in this video, we cannot describe it. You have to be there to feel it.
So what was the feelings that came up when you were chanting with so many people? What feelings how could you describe it?
The only thing I was thinking was like Krishna is 100% God when everyone was chanting together. I was like, there's no one in this world that can bring everyone together and chant the same mantra, like not for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 10, 15 on the same tune, and everyone is like, they've forgotten about their problems, whatever, they have to deal after this chanting, and they're just lost in that moment. And I think that's the best part of the chanting.
So do you think it was like just because they were drunk, or do you think like something else was going on with them?
Some of them were drunk, but even if they were not drunk, I don't think it would make a difference, because the holy name is so attractive. Once it gets you, and then you can't escape. Yeah.
Why would this Harinam be, I guess, better or a better experience compared to your weekly Harinams in Melbourne?
Because here you're giving the holy name in a larger number, and especially to the schoolies who just finished their study, and it's a fresh start for them.
Yeah.
So whatever they get here stays with them forever in their life, and they can have a good start in Krishna consciousness, like she said before.
Yeah. Now I have a personal question from my side.
So,
It's official one.
okay.
So, see, you come from Hindu background.
Yeah,
From Nepal.
pretty much.
And how do you're quite young?
Yeah, 25.
Right. So, coming to like the West, and then seeing young people in the West, then at an event where they're really getting into Adamic things, right? Drinking, smoking, having sex, and coming from like Nepal and looking up to the West, and how easy and so natural it is for them to break negative principles, religious principles. Was there something that sort of felt like maybe an embarrassment, or like why should we be here and do this religious thing when they're acting like this? Was there something like that within you that sort of like held you back to take part in this?
It's really, for me, it's like, like Prabhupada said that the more you can distribute, the more you gain. So it doesn't matter who you give it to, like whether it's a drunkard or it's a sober man. As long as you're giving it to someone, I think that matters, and especially if they're in their youth, because this is the time when when you give it to someone, they just grab it instantly. So here, even if they're drunk or they're engaged in illicit sex or whatever, when you give it to them, I think that they just grasp it, like they catch it and they just hold on to it, So, and when you do that, it sort of purifies you as well. Because we are non-different. What is the difference? There's no difference.
What is the difference?
We are the same, you know. As soon as we walk out of Harinam, I see the demon inside me. It's
Yeah, right.
non-different
Yeah.
to them. So I don't see the discrimination.
Yeah, so it felt like they encouraged you when they embraced
Yeah.
it, and then at the same time you saw that you also have your setbacks
Yeah.
just as much as they did, and maybe the holy name is just uplifting you.
I mean, we're all on the same plane.
Yeah,
Yeah, so, yeah, that's pretty much. I hope that answers the
yeah,
question.
that's good. Thanks.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.